Good morning all. Am I audible and the screen is visible or not? Just let me know into the chat box. Okay, fine. Okay. So in last lecture, we have seen the concept of what? Fourier series, right? And we have seen or explored it in all the ways, in all interval and with more than 2 examples in each and every interval or a concept, right? So today we are moving to the next unit, that is unit 4, and that is partial derivatives, right? In that one, first we'll start with the concept of what? Limit and continuity. Okay, so maybe you are aware of the simple concept or for one variable, what is the limit and continuity, or the either of the thing. So can any one student can tell me what is limit? Anything, yeah, that you know about the limits, why we are going for the limit, what is the use of limit, anything, right? Just raise your hand who know the meaning of limit. Any student? Or you can write down into the chat box. What is the meaning of limit? What is the use of limit? Anything? No one. I think it is there in 11th or 12th standard. Limit. No. Akhilesh. Akhilesh.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Limit. Okay. Function of two variables. Some are giving answer in a chat box. Okay. Anything about the limit? Or I'll start from the scratch one. Do you know anything about the limit, Akhilesh? When a value is close to a number, but not that the number is, then we use a limit. Yes, fine. Function of two variables. Some are writing in a chat box. If limit x tends to 0, x is not equal to 0, but near to 0. Yeah, okay, you know, I know you don't know the definition, right? Just I want the concept of them. I'm not asking the definition, exact definition of the limit, right? That we are going to discuss today. Okay, fine, no problem. Yeah, okay. So, limit is what? Suppose I think you have gone through the example in your 11th and 12th standard. So, suppose you will be giving like, I'll write down again, limit, right? Limit x tends to 2. Then we will move to the definition, right? 8 minus 3x simple plus 12x square. Suppose this type of thing is given to you, then how you are going to evaluate it? So simply what we'll do? Anyone? Suppose this is given to you, right? Limit x tends to 2, 8 minus 3x plus 12x square. Then what you are going to do? If you want to ask to find out or what is the behavior of function, yeah. Just normally what will put 2 instead of a x, right? Yes. So what is the answer here? Just it will be nothing but 8 minus 3 into 2, so 6 plus uh, 2 raised to 2, 4, right? So 12 into 4, that is 48. So my answer will be what? A 50, right? So in that way, you are supposed to calculate. Yes, 50 answer. So that is the main concept, or we can say in that way, you are evaluating the behavior of the function. This is nothing but a f of x function, right? Fine. Okay. Now, sometimes it may require what? If you are going to find out the, or if you will put directly this value and you will get, this is what you will get, a finite answer, right? Sometimes it may be a finite, or we can say a determinant, right? Determinate answer. Sometimes it may happen that you will get an answer which is undefined, maybe, right? Either it will be having infinity, that means 1 upon 0 you'll get, or a 0 by 0. So that all the thing is also there. That will cover in the first unit. Fine. Now what here, it's only one variable, x equal to 2. But now in this chapter, we are going to cover what? The limit for or continuity for more than one variable. That means maybe two variables are given, that is x and y. And we are going to discuss the limit concept on that two variable, right? So first we'll start with the definition of limit, right? Definition of limit. So that is what, suppose I am having a one function, right? That is what, f of xy. So obviously two variables are there and x and y are two what? Variable. Then we can write that what? Limit. Now here x comma y, you have to write down in that way. It will be having 2 points which a and b. Fine. So f of xy can be written as a what? L. So one function is there, f of xy, where two variables are there, x and y. So we can write what? Limit xy tends to ab. That means this x is approaching to a, right? As one student tell that it is approaching or it is near to a, and y is what? It is near to b. So we can write that f of xy equal to L. L is your answer, limit, right? If and only if some conditions are there, if and only if you are having a one number which is epsilon that is greater than 0, right? Greater than 0, you will be having one delta which is also greater than 0, such that f of xy minus L, I'll show with the graph also, right? Because definition is difficult to understand, less than epsilon for all the point xy. For all the points xy, where x minus a less than delta, and obviously the second point is y, and related to that is b. So y minus b is less than delta, right? So this is simple one function equal to L, limit is written in that way only if and only if there will be a one epsilon which is greater than 0. So simply we'll see with the graph, right? Maybe you are knowing this is for two variable. I will be showing for one variable, right? Because it's not possible to draw a 3D effect here. So we'll go for only what? One variable. This is my x, this is my f of x for some value of x equal to a. Say this, small a, right? I will be having the limit what? Sorry, I will be having the limit what? Here L. So this is for what? Limit x tends to a. This is for one variable. Yeah, same thing can be applied. Just instead of one variable, you have to consider two variable, nothing else. Fine. So what happened here? Equal to L. Suppose this is the definition for one variable. Sorry, right? So if one value is a on x-axis, for that my limit is what? L. Now I will be having what? A one delta which is greater than 0. Okay, then that will be considered what? For what? See, x minus a is less than delta. So what? See, to goes to this point, maybe you know the concept of left hand limit or right hand limit. We'll see in the detail one in the unit 1. But right now, suppose I will be having some value at this point. Which point? This, right? And that is nothing but a x minus delta. I will be having some delta, x minus delta. This, right? Now, another point is here. That is nothing but what? X plus delta. Okay, I'll write down in that way. Now, according to x minus delta, obviously some value is having for fx. So it may be what? L minus something, right? So L minus epsilon. So what? the value epsilon which is greater than 0 is such that we are having, if we'll move from left side towards A, right? That is delta, x minus delta. So we'll be having what? L minus epsilon. If it will be x plus delta, so obviously we'll be having some value that is nothing but a what? Sorry, that point should be here, right? So what happened at some, if you are going from either a left hand side or from a right hand side, then it should be having some value. So L plus epsilon, right? So this is the way, and my fx is what? Like that, fx. That means what? Here I'll be having some value of fx at which point? A point L. Now this is the point where it will be x minus delta, right? And here it will be x plus delta. So in that way, so what we can say, this is my limit, this and this. So my function is here only. Now this is my A point of function. If I'll move from this side, then also it is approaching to value A, and if I'll move from this side, it is also approaching to A. So this is the definition of function, limit for one variable. Same thing, x equal to A, here they have considered what? Two variables, because it may be possible for say example triangle. So it will be depend, if you want to find out the area of triangle, it will be depend upon two variable, base and height, right? So at that time you have to go for two variable, or it may require in some application more than two variable, right? So for that, this is the, right now we are going to see for what? Two variable. So instead of x here, you have to consider two value x and y, nothing else. Fine. Is it clear? What is limit? A limit for two variable, how to shown into the graph. So right now you need to remember this definition also, right? So just you can draw this graph into your notebook, so it will be easy for you to understand the definition, right? Otherwise you have to mug up it, because if the graph is there, you can write down this condition very easily. Fine. So this is what? Limit. Now first is what? Simple. I've given you one example, that limit x tends to 2 and 8 minus 3x. So that is the simple way to find out. Now we'll see how to calculate the limits if you are having the two variable, right? So next topic is what? How to calculate limit, right? So there are two ways are there, or one, we can say some rules are there. So first one is, okay, first is what? Two variables are there. So in which way you can go? Limit x tends to A, then first you apply which limit? Y, and then you apply a x limit. We'll see the example. Just I'll write down the rules, and obviously we'll go for the example for same one, right? And either you will go in which way? First apply the x limit and then apply the y limit. Okay, both are x tends to A. You can interchange. That means what? Either you will go with this way. That means what? First you apply the y limit, and whatever the answer you will get, at that you apply the x limit. Otherwise, first what you can do? Apply this and after that y, right? So in both way, you have to calculate the limit. Clear? In both way, you have to calculate the limit. And if both are equal, if both are equal, then we can say that the limit is there. Okay. So whatever the values are there, that will be what? Your limit. Fine. Example. Now, okay, example for this will take here only. Example is, write down with me in your notebook, limit xy tends to 1 2 or approaching to 1 2, x square plus y upon 3x plus y square. Fine. So according to the rules, we'll go in which way? First, we'll calculate in which way this, right? Limit here x, y, and your AB is what? A equal to 1 and B equal to 2. Fine. Is there any doubt? Anyone? Just raise your hand. Is there any doubt or we'll move to the example? Okay, fine. Okay. So what? Just I'll show you one example. Then you are supposed to find out the value at yourself. X tends to 1. And first I'll find for what? Y. So how we can write? Limit y tends to 2 x square plus y upon 3x plus y square. Okay. So this will be what? Limit x tends to 1. Now put simply y equal to 2. So I'll get what? X square plus 2, fine, upon 3x plus 4. Now x equal to 1. So directly I'll write the answer. If we put x equal to 1, so what will be the answer here? Sorry. What is the answer? X equal to 1. So obviously it is 3 upon 3 in plus 4, so 7. So okay, 3 by 7. Yes. Now another way is what? See, first we have applied which? Y and then x. So we'll get which? 3 by 7. So at this point we got what? 3 by 7. Now we'll go for this. That means first we'll apply the x. So what I'll write? Limit y tends to 2. Limit again x tends to 1. First I'll put the value of 1 x square plus y upon 3x plus y square. Now what is the value for this? Calculate it quickly. This is simple one. Just put the x equal to 1. Fine. So what I will be having here? Put x equal to 1. So 1 plus y upon 3 plus y square. Now put the value of y equal to 2. So obviously you will get 3 upon 7. So see, both values are equal. What? Both values are equal. So we can say that the limit is exist, right? The limit is exist. And what is the definition? Limit xy tends to 1 to, fine, of fx. So fx is x square plus y upon 3x plus y square equal to L. L means our value is what? 3 by 7. So that is our answer. Fine. So how to calculate is? There are two ways are there. Okay. This is our first way. That means what? X and y are other than the 0 0. X and y are other than 0 0. Another is what? Can we apply direct limit? That means what? Yeah, you can. By putting both value, yes. But what happened in this example, you will get both are same. 3 upon 7 because there is no minus sign is there, right? Only plus sign. So it don't change the answer. It will not affect your answer. But sometimes we'll take the example. If you are going to apply separately x and y value, so your answer will be differ one, right? Okay. So this is what? This is the calculation. One way, which way? The values are not 0 0. Now second way is what? Second way, how to calculate, right? How to calculate limit. In that one, a second way is what? If you will be having a 0 0. What? If A equal to 0 and B equal to 0. Okay. So what happened? first you have to apply the first rule. That means what? Find out the limits. Find out limit or evaluate the limit. Applying which rule? First one. First one is what? In both the way. Apply first x, then y, apply first y, and then x. Okay. Now, if they are same, okay, if both are same, this. So you will go for the next step. That is what? Put y equal to mx and y equal to mx square. Put y equal to mx and y equal to mx square and then find out the limit. Okay, and then find the limits. If all values are same, if all values are same, then you can say that the limit is exist, otherwise not. Fine. So if A and B are 0, 0, so we can say that what? Your calculation will be some more. That means what? You have to go for first concept, then you have to go for the second, y equal to mx and y equal to mx square. Okay. Just let's take example for this one, example for second case, and then we'll move for the example of combination of this thing, right? Limit. See, 2 points are there, xy, which is approaching to 0, 0. Both. Here AB, right? So both are 0. My equation is x minus y upon x plus y. So what you will do first? First step is what? Here, apply the first rule. That means what? Calculate the limit. So in which way? Both way, right? First, I'll do what? Limit x tends to 0. Then I'll do what? Limit y tends to 0. Fine. And x minus y upon x plus y. Fine. Now what I'll get here? Limit x tends to 0. What is the answer of this? Can anyone tell me? Just put y equal to 0. What should be the answer of that? Anyone, student? Wait, I'll unmute someone. Just a minute. Yeah, Dev, 44 number. 44. Dev. Dev. Okay, 18. 18.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the answer of that?
I'm calculating.
Just put x, y equal to 0.
Y equal to 0. Then
No need to, yeah, it will
1.
take just a second. Yeah. Here, what should I write? Y
X,
equal to 0.
equal
So
to
x
0.
by x.
X by X is 1.
That
X
is
by
supposed to
X.
be cancel out. So my answer is
Yes.
what? 1.
1.
Okay, that I am asking, right? Okay, fine.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, n. The answer of this limit x tends to here, there is no x, right? So your answer would be what? X. Now in another way, that means what? I'll write here only limit y tends to 0. Limit, first I'll apply x tends to 0. Quickly find out the answer. X minus y upon x plus y. Fine? Yes, I want answer here. If you put y equal to 0. Just write down in the chat box. Okay, minus 1. Fine. Okay, so minus 1. Minus 1. Now, here the final answer minus 1. So what happened here? 1 and minus 1. So at first step, find out the limits. And if both are different, then what is the case in that? See, if you are calculating using first rule, if both are equal, then limit is exist. But if they are not equal, that means what? The limit does not exist. Fine. So don't go for the second rule. If what? Limit is not exist in first case, then don't move to the second case. Yeah, no need to go for the second to check y equal to mx and y, yeah, limit does not exist. Okay, okay. So don't go for the second step, right? In first step only you will get your answer. Fine. So we can write what? Both values are different when both values are different. So limit, you have to write down in this way, right? Limit does not exist. Okay. So is there any doubt? We'll see one example in which it is required y equal to mx. We'll see that, right? So what we have seen, definition of limit, how to calculate limit. So there are two ways. AB is either 0, 0 or other than the 0, 0. So if it is not 0, 0, so we'll go with this way, right? First apply y, then x, then first apply x, then y. If both are same, limit is exist, otherwise not. Second is what? If your point is 0, 0. So find out the limit according to the first case. Why? No, it's not only we have to use mx only. Okay, that is not in your syllabus also, but we'll explain if the time will permit, right? Because mx, mx square, mx cube, that are the options. Fine. Okay. And that also we'll see. We'll discuss once, right? So what happened? If it exists, go for the second way. That means y equal to mx, y equal to mx square, y equal to mx cube. There are so many ways are there. But what just you check up to mx square, and that is up to that in your syllabus mostly. In all the example, you'll get your answer up to y equal to mx square, right? That's why. Otherwise, there is, you can check for y equal to mx cube, mx4 and all that. But don't go in that much detail one, right? Okay. So, if all are same, then limit is exist, otherwise not. So that is the main rule for the calculation of limit. Fine. Now what happened? We'll take more example. This example is easy one, right? Now we'll move to the example in which the mx is required. Okay. So find out for that your the example is limit xy, obviously will go for 0, 0, then and then y equal to mx and mx square is there, xy upon y square minus x square. So first, how you are going to do? First case, apply the first. So that means what? Limit x tends to 0. Then you have to go for what? Limit y. See, the brackets are compulsory, okay? xy upon y square minus x square. What is the answer of this quickly? What is the answer of this? I'll not write each and every step. Answer of this will be what? 0, because y equal to 0 here. So obviously it is 0. Now limit x tends to 0, 0. So obviously your answer will be 0. Fine. So this is what we are calculating first case in that one. First x. Now limit y tends to 0. The reverse of the first one. Limit x tends to 0. What happened here? Again, both are what? If you put x equal to 0 here, obviously you will be getting what? 0. So obviously answer of this is also 0. Anyone is having doubt in this too? Then let me know. Anyone? Okay, 0. Fine. Both are 0. Yes. So that means what? When both are 0, we have to go for the second case, which y equal to mx. So now I'll write down in that way only second case. Put y equal to, put y equal to mx. Okay, in equation and take x tends to 0. Fine. So that is the what, which way I can write? Limit x tends to 0, I have to take, right? And instead of y, I'll put what? Mx. So here it is. So x, first write down in this way, bracket, in bracket mx, y square. So it is obviously m square x square. minus x square. So what is the answer of this? Equal to limit x tends to 0. Here you will get what? Anyone? Here x square, right? Mx square. And here x square will be common. So that x square is supposed to be, okay, I'll write down here only. X square m upon m square minus 1 and x square is a common. So this is supposed to be cancelled out. So my answer is what? M upon m square minus 1. And obviously this is constant, right? So I'll write what? M upon m square minus 1. So that is a some finite value. This first both are 0, but here will not get a 0. That means what? Our value is depend upon which variable m, right? The limit value is depend upon which variable m, and m can be anything, right? M can be anything. So we can't say that the limit is exist for this. Okay, so what we can say, limit is not exist. Okay, any doubt? Any doubt in that? Okay, fine. So what now? If you will be having answer 0 here, you will be having what? Answer 0 here, right? Then what we are going to do? We'll check for which term y equal to mx square. We'll check for this term. And if all are 0, then we can say that what? The limit is exist. Fine. So we'll take one more example of that one, that you are supposed to be calculated limit x y tends to 0, 0, x square y upon x4 plus y square. Calculate it quickly. This limit xy tends to 0, 0, x square y upon x square. First, it is 0, 0, right? So you have to go for first case. Limit, I'll unmute anyone. So do calculation. Limit y tends to 0, x square y upon x4 plus y4. So y square, sorry. Yes. This way you have to find out. And another way I want answer here. And the another way is what? Limit y tends to 0. Then limit x tends to 0. X square y upon x4 plus y square. Fine. What is the answer of both the one? Just calculate quickly. I'll unmute anyone, right? Okay. And others can write down the answer into the chat box. I want the answer from 4 number. Number 4, unmute yourself. The answer of the first case, 4 number. Number 4. Number 4. See, you have to unmute yourself. If you don't know the answer, but you have to reply, right? 7 number. Roll number 7.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, answer of the first case.
First case 0.
First case 0. Okay, fine. Second?
0.
Okay. Then what is the next procedure? If both are,
Put y equal to mx.
okay, put y equal to mx. Have you calculated that? And
Yes,
x
ma'am.
tends to 0. Okay, what is the answer for that?
0.
That is limit x tends to 0 and y equal to mx. Fine.
mx.
So x square into mx square like this. Okay. Upon x raised to 4 plus y square. So m square x square. Okay. What is
Yes,
the
ma'am.
answer of this?
0.
0. Fine. So what is the next step?
Put y equal to mx square.
Yeah, put y equal to mx square. Fine. What is the answer for that? If anyone is not getting, then please let me know, right? I'll write down directly. Yeah.
M
Yes.
upon 1 plus m square.
Okay. The answer of this is m upon 1 plus m square.
M
So what is
square.
the meaning of this? This is my first.
Limit does not exist.
Yeah. Second value, third value, and fourth. So I
Yes,
told you
ma'am.
up to maximum. Okay. Thank you. You can mute yourself, right?
Yes,
What
ma'am.
happened here? See, 4 values I will be having and they are not equal. Up to y equal to mx, all are 0, but at y equal to mx square, you will get what? M upon 1 plus m square. M upon 1 plus m square. So what happened? That is differ. That means what? A limit not exist, right? So this type of example can be asked. Okay, not that much frequently, but it may be asked. Fine. So any doubt into that? How to find out a limit? Two ways are there, right? And you, if there is 0 point, you have to go in this way. If there is not 0, and directly you can apply both the value x and y, right? If the sign is not differ, then you can apply for that also. Fine. Okay. Yes, Akhilesh, do you have any doubt? Akhilesh? Okay, unmute yourself. Yeah, Akhilesh.
Ma'am, when we
Yeah.
put y equals to mx, in
Yes.
that case, have you written mx whole square over here? There is only y.
Okay. 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 That was by mistake. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That is only y. So mx. Fine. Okay. Yes. And that is others. Okay. Other one is correct one. Fine. Okay. So that is the thing, right? How you are supposed to. Okay, if y equal to mx, see in the the example mostly, right? You will be having what? Up to mx square, you will get your answer. Up to mx square, it will it will be, you are getting your answer, fine. And if 4 all are 0, you can write directly the limit is exist, fine. Okay. So this is the concept of what? Limit. Now next concept is what? A continuity. So any student is know about, okay, continuity, that means what? The function. Function is continuous or not. So how you can, okay, if you don't know the definition of that, that's fine. But can any student tell me what is the meaning of continuity of function? Continuity of function. Can anyone? What is the meaning of that? Anyone student? Yes. Okay, you are right. Function does not have a break. Yes. That means what? In a simple language. What? Suppose I'll draw a one graph. Fine. Okay. Suppose this. So what we can say? This is my fx. Okay. And the another one function is a gx. Maybe at some point it will be not having a value, right? This is my gx, this is also gx. So at this point it does not have some value, so it will be breaking, right, at some point. So we can say that this function is a discontinuous, fine. And this is what this function is called continuous. So same in a Fourier series also we have seen, right? That function is having two value, fx equal to something and fx equal to some another value, right? And here they are writing what? Interval. So that is the meaning of that. At some point, in short, your function is breaking at somewhere, right? So the next concept is what? How to check the continuity of function. And obviously when we are talking about the continuity of some function, then it will be at some point, right? We have to check, let's say for example, it will be asked that for this particular point, is the function is continuous or not? It will be asked like that. Okay. So that we are going to cover in our next lecture, right? Because we'll see the example of that, and also we'll see the definition of that continuity, right? Because you need to write if it will be asked. But the simple thing is continuity of function, simple term, either it will be breaking at some point or not, right? So that is what discontinuous, if it will be breaking, otherwise it will be a continuous. And if it is supposed to be asked to you to check the continuity of function, so obviously the continuity of function is at some point only. You can check at some point, fine. So obviously one point is given to you, the definition of function is given to you, and it will be asked, check the continuity of function, fine. So this concept we'll see in our next lecture. Okay, is there any doubt? Limit example, and what is simple continuity of function, fine. Okay. Okay, so if any doubt, you can write down. Okay, there is no doubt. Fine. Okay, so you may leave the meeting. Okay, thank you.